we now have Manish from SP e-commerce working as a consultant for e-commerce solutions with multiple or with the big solution partners. He's working as a tech lead and he's an official Magento Community Spirit Award 2019 winner. So he's also the Magento Community Forum moderator also. So he is going to discuss about the product recommendations with Magento. So Manish, will you please join?
Thanks, Mudit. Thanks for sharing this virtual space. Thank you, Ashish, and thank you, Sergi, for sharing your insightful session as well. It's really good. And Sergi, well said. Our Magento community is very positive, and we are getting always very positivity with our community. So I really would like to thank you, our community, and all the attendees who still connected with us and continuously in virtual meetups. They are connecting and sharing their knowledge as well. Hey guys, hi, I am Manish Mittal and I'm working as a senior Magento technical lead and I'm providing my services to SP e-commerce based in Singapore. Today I'm going to share about product recommendation and product recommendation with Magento and how it is working and what is the product recommendation. If I generally talk what thought everybody about product recommendation is if I bought any product and I want to, if I like that product and I want to share with anybody yes, I like that product, you should purchase this. So such kind of recommendation, which is called a product recommendation, right? So I'm going to cover all this today and I'm not going to make this session is very complex. I will try to keep it very simple. And apart from that, yesterday also we had a webinar on this AI and machine learning with product recommendations. And thanks Nagraj, I think he's already in this call. He was yesterday with me in this webinar discussion. So thanks Nagraj again for your session for yesterday. Apart from that, in this, what I'm going to cover, I will try to cover all the shoppers, all the merchants and all the developers and how it can help all the developers, shoppers and merchants. I will try to keep all these topics in my mind and I will cover this session. So let's start with the product recommendation. Product recommendation is an AI tool and based on powered by Adobe Sensei, and Adobe Sensei is another AI tool which is using like artificial intelligence. And what is artificial intelligence? I think everybody knows like artificial intelligence using machine learning. And machine learning, it's self-explanatory how machine learning we are teaching machine and making them intelligent machines and they are taking decisions to do any task or whatever program we are doing. So they are learning from them programs and they are getting we are giving our data as well to them and that data, using that data, machines are learning from that data and sharing response whatever we are needing from that machines or that artificial intelligence. So that is how like product recommendation, Adobe Sensei, artificial intelligence and machine learning. So this is the flow, how it is working. So I'm going to share a little bit about it. I want to propose a question here, do you think machine can think? Do you think like a machine can think? So sometimes you can say, yes, machine can think. So for that, I just would like to go in 20 years back, Deep Blue. If you guys heard about Deep Blue, this was the first supercomputer built by IBM, and that computer defeated a world chess champion in 1997. That time, nobody was believing, yes, that can also be possible. And that was the time, that was the sign like artificial intelligence catching up human intelligence also. So from that time to till now, and especially last decade, if I will talk, artificial intelligence is growing exponentially. And artificial intelligence is touching our life as well, daily life. If you will ask me a question, I will tell you about Google search. Everybody do Google search, right? We are using Siri, we are using Google Maps. All are using machine algorithms. And these all are our daily life routines, right? And if I'll go in a deep of Google search, so Google search, whatever we search, just quickly Google share with us a relevant results, right? Do you know like Google having how much data? Google approximate having 10 to 15 exabyte data. And what is the mean of 10 to 15 exabyte data? It can be a 30 million personal computers data. What is one personal computer data is 500 GB, I'm assuming here. So it's around 30 millions personal computer data Google having, and it's providing us a quickly response to us. So how it can be possible, like it's fetching a data from that much data and it's giving us quickly. So that is all machine learning. They are just doing, they are personalizing data, they are providing a data. So that is the benefit of machine learning actually. So sorry, I went out of my topic. Now let's move to my main topic, which is a product recommendation. Let me share my screen. I hope you all guys able to see my screen.
Yeah, Manish.
Perfect. Thanks, Mudit. Okay, so Adobe Sensei and Adobe Sensei is a, I already shared like Adobe Sensei, how it is working. It is using artificial intelligence, and product recommendations is powered by Adobe Sensei, which is using machine algorithms. And how product recommendation is a very powerful tool, which is helping customers and merchants as well. Merchants, how it is helping whenever shoppers anything like a searching or any e-commerce website they're searching that product recommendation or any AI, they are just doing the shoppers data personalized, and according to their requirement, they are suggesting products to that customer. So that is how it is helping our shoppers, and how it is helping merchants. Merchants also, it helping merchants to reduce their ideation time and to plan the marketing. It is helping all the merchants as well. So, and it is helping to increase their revenue. It is helping to increase their conversion rate. It is helping them to engage the shoppers as well. So this is a very good powerful marketing tool, product recommendation, which is introduced by Adobe and Magento. And apart from that, product recommendation, what do product recommendation actually collect all the shopper data, whatever they are searching, whatever their past history, whatever they are purchasing. So it collects the shopper data, it's sent to Adobe Sensei, which is I'm going to cover in our next slide in detail. And based on that, it suggests to customers all the data. That is how it is working. And and everybody knows, like if a shopper buys something and if shopper getting a correct data, whatever they are looking, if I'm looking up why purchase a projector, right, and if I'm getting a correct results, then of course I will recommend that website. Yes, this is a good website, I'm getting a great content here and great products here and a good price and a good reviews also here. So that is how product recommendation making automatic all the recommendations, instead of manually managing from admin panel the merchants, it is saving their time as well. So that is how power recommendation is working. Let me share how it look on Magento website if you using product recommendation. So this is one screenshot. If you can see here, two carousels you can see. One is a more item like this, and another one is a customers also viewed. So these two are just a recommendation example here. And from admin, we can manage any number of recommendation we can create on a single page. Okay, and here more items like this is just a title of that recommendation. Customer also viewed, this is just a title of a recommendation. In product recommendation, the one carousel, if you can see this, we called is a recommendation unit. And if you can see the one product, we call this as a recommendation unit item. So this is how it will look. If you configure product recommendation on a storefront, it will look like this. If I'm moving further, recommendation, everybody asked me like why we have to use a recommendation. And I studied about recommendation, which market or which brands is using the recommendation technology. So I am going to share two examples with you guys. So I think all of you are using these brands. Netflix, one of them, and another one is Amazon. So I just would like to play this video here. If you can just Netflix research, just see the Netflix research. Mudit, you can hear the voice, right?
No, Manish, I'm not.
Still not?
No.
Okay, I will share this video, I think, so you can share with the users or attendees later. In this video, if you can see, like all the Netflix researchers team, they are saying like 80% of content they are getting from recommendations only. And they are not sure like which content we have to show, because they are serving worldwide, right? 100 of countries and multiple of language they are. So this is how they are using a recommendation technology and artificial intelligence and machine algorithms to make sure whatever their users want, they will get that correct data. So it is how helping a recommendation technology, the Netflix. And another brand is Amazon. Amazon, everybody I think do shoppings, right? So do you know 30%, 35% of revenue of Amazon, it is driven by recommendations only. So it is how Amazon is getting that revenue 35% using recommendations only. So these very big brands, just I'm sharing example, they are using. So we should also suggest to our clients to go with the product recommendations. Okay, so I'm now moving to that how it works product recommendation with Magento 2. If you can see on my screen, recommendation, that snapshot, if you can see here, two instances. One is the left side is a Magento instance. Another side, you can see the SaaS services, right? So if let me explain the Magento instance first. You can see left side Magento Commerce and the recommendation module. So Magento Commerce is a Magento on-premises installation, which I have done. And the recommendation module, it's a product recommendation module, which you can find on a marketplace. I will tell you later how you can install it, how you can configure it. But in this screen, I'm just explaining how it will work. So if I'll talk about a recommendation module, if you can see the recommendation module, the sending a data to Adobe Sensei, right? And it is sending a product and shopper behavior to Adobe Sensei. So once you will install the recommendation module, once you configure this module, uh, you will start your Magento will install to start to get the shopper's data. Once shopper click on add to cart, once user will click on a product view, it will start collecting a data of shoppers. And once it is started collecting data, it will send to Adobe Sensei to process what user is looking, what trying to user buy, what kind of content he is looking. Okay, so then Adobe Sensei will start process all the data. It will personalize the data. It will pass to Magento receiving services. What Magento receiving services do in Magento Commerce, we are having that configuration of recommendation, right, in admin side. So user, or I mean merchant, can create a recommendation, different types on which product they want to that they want to show that recommendation. So they will create some configuration. Based on that configuration, Magento Magento service will show will convert that data, whatever Adobe Sensei is sending to Magento receiving services. It will convert according to the recommendations, and it will pass to Magento Commerce, and it will show on a storefront, which I showed you on my, I think, second screen. I showed you. It will look same like this. So this is how it is working. This is the flow diagram. You can say simply simplified. It is product recommendation sending to Adobe Sensei sending to Magento receiving services, and it is coming back to Magento Commerce. How recommendation modules is getting the data from shoppers. Recommendation module is using two dependencies actually. One is a data services, and another one is a SaaS export. So what they are doing, and they are using jQuery events, and they are tracking Magento events. Magento events like add to cart, add to wish list. I'm going to cover Magento events also in a separate slide. So they are tracking Magento events and collecting a data in a jQuery form, and they are sending that to Adobe Sensei. So this is how they are collecting. And one more thing, they are not collecting any personal identifiable information like PII. They are not collecting any information. So this is secure, and they are not getting any shoppers data apart from only add to cart view and purchase history. They are just getting these data and sharing with merchant. So this how it works. And let me move on about the pricing and availability, how pricing and availability work. I mean, pricing of this module is just free, and it's a separate module, and you can find it on Magento Marketplace as well. And it's a free of cost, no Adobe Sensei charge. like merchants, if you are using Magento Commerce, you can use it freely, and you can provide a good services to your shoppers as well using this Magento module. It's compatible with merchants on Magento Commerce 2.3 and upper versions they are using. So you can recommend, developers can recommend, and owners also can recommend to their merchants if they are using Magento 2.3 and upper version, they can use this recommendation version module. So that's good thing. Actually, it's free. There is no charges. Now moving on installation and configuration. This is, I think, developer will be interested, but like every module we install, all developers I think are aware how we install modules in a Magento. So this is kind of the same thing. I'm just giving an example. I'm not going into detail. So you can install using a composer command, composer require, and Magento product recommendations. Using this command, you can install this module. And after that installation, once you complete your installation, you can configure this module as well. To configuration, I share like they are using some data services and SAS export as well. To using that SAS export and data services, we have to enter a API key, production API key or a sandbox API key. We are having a two type of API key in our Magento Commerce. If you'll go in a Magento admin panel under, I think services, you will find, let me show you one screenshot. Here you can see one screenshot of API keys, production API key and a sandbox API key. So how you will get that keys, API keys and sandbox API key to connect with Adobe Sensei or Magento account. The owner of that store having a Magento.com account, right? So they will log in there and they can find this production API key into API key tab. So you can ask them to provide this API key. Doesn't matter it's a sandbox API key or API key. If they are providing a, suppose a production API key, once you will save this configuration in Magento admin panel, SAS environment will be enabled. So whatever SAS environment associated with that API key, it will automatically fetch the detail and it will show here your project name, whatever project name associated with that API key. And if you're not getting any project name associated with that API key, you can create your own project as well in a SAS environment configuration in Magento admin panel. So this is how you have to configure API keys and a SAS environment and a SAS project. Both you have to configure to use the product recommendations. So once you will install this and you configure it properly, you make sure your cron jobs are setting properly, your indexers are running properly, because without this data will not send to Adobe Sensei. There will be problem to collecting the data of shoppers and it will not send to Adobe Sensei. So make sure your indexers and cron jobs are running properly. These configuration I shared already with you. Okay, so this is how look Magento backend grid once you will set installed and configured properly and you created a product recommendation in admin panel. Once you installed, you can find product recommendation in under marketing tab, product recommendation under promotions. You will find product recommendation link. You can click on it and once you will click, you will find this grid. And here you can see is a create recommendation in a right top corner. So using this create recommendation, you can create your own recommendation. And apart from that, in this screenshot, you can see 3 recommendation I have created. One is homepage recommendation, similar item on product, similar items on product page, products in categories. This name you can give anything, anything name you want to give, any title you can create. And second is like a homepage product detail page where you want to show this recommendation. It is showing like this. Apart from the type, what kind of recommendation in product recommendation, we are having a multiple recommendation type like more view, more like this, more viewed this, recommendation for you. And apart from that, viewed this, what that kind of recommendation we are having. So you can manage all the impressions, views, clicks on your recommendation, whatever your recommendation you created. You can see what shoppers reaction on that. Are they clicking on that? Are they viewing that recommendation? Everything you can manage from this grid, everything you can see. And based on merchant can decide what they have to do, like their recommendation is working properly or they have to do some changes in the recommendation. So they can track from here. So once I'll click on a create recommendation, how it will look. So this kind of form you will see in your screen or admin panel, Magento admin panel, how you can create a forum. So First, you can see select page type, where you want to show that recommendation. In Magento recommendation module, they are giving 5 pages you can show. One is home page, category, product detail page, cart, and confirmation. So on these pages, you can show your product recommendation carousel if you want to show on home page or category. Like in second, you can see select recommendation type. Here you can find, I think, 8 or 9 type of recommendations. They providing us most viewed, most purchased, and viewed this, viewed that, viewed this, what that kind of recommendation. Like suppose if I selected viewed this, viewed that, so and on product detail page, if I'm going on any product, then I can see this recommendation cause merchants already created this recommendation and I'm a user. I'm going on a product detail page. I can see this, viewed that. Means another customers also came for this product and they viewed all these products as well. So this will show according to the shopper's experience what other customers seen other products. So this how it help us, and how merchant can create a recommendation. Not only these two, there are multiple options in this. Like you can exclude some category products. You can define a position where you have to show that recommendation on top, on bottom. If you are having a multiple recommendation on a single page, you can define their sequence as well. So these kind of configuration you will find out when you will click on a create recommendation on that right top corner blue button. So this is quite simple. In Magento admin panel, you can manage everything. So we are done with configuration, we are done with the installation, and how it will look at admin panel, how it will look in a storefront. After that is just a basic, like same whatever customization how we do in Magento. It's the same. If you want to change that recommendation, how it is looking, and you can change according to your theme. What is your theme you are using? You can change that look and feel according to your theme, and you can customize their templates and layouts. Here are just basic examples of just templates and layout. You can modify according to your theme, and you can overwrite in your theme. So I'm not going in detail on customizations. Here is events, which events are actually they are using. And I've just added add to cart, place order, and view. And there are around, I think, 13, 14 events they are using to track the shopper data. It's like add to cart, add to wish list, remove to wish list, and remove from wish list, view, place order, purchase. Kind of 13 to 14 events they are using, and the jQuery tracks the data. Once I click on add to cart, it will track that add to cart Magento event. It will get the product information, and it will send to Adobe Sensei. So that's how events work. And one more important thing, keep in mind, like if cookie restriction mode is enabled, Magento does not collect like shopper data until the shopper consents. So that is, of course, yes, true. We can't take shopper data until cookie, like Magento customer consent. So if cookie restriction mode is disabled, Magento collects shopper data by default. There is no need to do, we don't have to do anything. Magento by default will start collecting shoppers data. So this is how it is working. Basic things I'm going to share. Apart from that, most recommendation options you can see pages by I shared with you homepage, which kind of recommendation you can suggest to your merchants. Category wise, which recommendation you want to share with your merchants, product detail, cart, and order confirmation. You know, order confirmation, most of time it's very underrated, and like like I don't think so in my experience any merchants is using order confirmation to recommend any other products to their customers, so they can buy these products as well. But order confirmation is a good page. I think you should recommend to your merchants to use order confirmation, so they can use a product recommendation to show more products based off other shoppers experience, so they can suggest. And apart from that, we are having a best practices also to create recommendations. We should not use like multiple recommendations on a single page, otherwise user will get confused. And one more thing, you should use actually based on home page. We can't show like a view this, view that. We can't show that recommendation on home page, because On home page, we are not having any products. So how user will see like I viewed this product, I never viewed this product on home page, why it is recommended to me. But if on product detail page, I'm watching any product, I'm watching any projector, suppose. So a recommended product like other customer viewed these projector as well. So I can recommend that, I can create that recommendation carousel on a product detail page by selecting viewed this, viewed that, and viewed this, viewed that. So these are a good standards. So you can follow and you can share with your merchants as well. If they are using, they should follow these standards to use. And I think that will be good. And their marketing strategy, if they are using that, then I think their shopper experience should be good. Moving to the strategies, I think recommendation metrics, what they should do, they configured, and the recommendation also they created, shoppers also coming on a website. But if here you can see first point, viewability versus viewable click-through rate. What is viewability? The recommendation, how many customers seeing this, and what is viewable click-through rate, how many clicks, we are getting, how many clicks merchants are getting on that recommendations. So this is a percent. If viewability are lesser than a viewability click-through rate, means unit, I share like we are calling that unit, recommendation unit, means recommendation unit is not getting enough visibility to users. So what merchants should consider to move that recommendation higher or higher up on the page, or they have to change their position if current position is not getting like enough visibility. So they have to follow this strategy. Another strategy, if I say click through rate, CTR percent, in CTR percent, what is that? Like if CTR percent of recommendation unit is lesser than other units whatever we are using in our single page, if the click through rate is lesser than other units, then merchants should consider that it might be users not liking that recommendations, and it might be their position is wrong, so they have to switch their positions. So that how merchants, if they are using product recommendation and user not getting proper response on that, then they can use these kind of strategies. We are having more strategies, but I'm just sharing here few examples so you can get an idea which kind of a strategy we can use to increase the shopper experience and merchants as well. So this is how like product recommendation work. This is how like product recommendation admin configuration works, and these are some configuration strategies in product recommendation. So that's all about product recommendation I want to share here. And here are some few Magento DevDocs you can go through if you want more knowledge. Here are one is for admin configuration and all, how you can set, how you can create a product recommendation. One QR code is for that, and another QR code for is your like how you have to configure product recommendation API keys and others. So you can find all the overview architecture in another QR code. So that's how like I started from my like I would like to cover shoppers, merchants, and developer in this. So shoppers, like if shoppers is getting a good experience on website, yes, of course I would love to stay on the website. In current system, if I'll talk about data, 75% of customers in this world are frustrated due to they are not getting the personalized it. So what we have to recommend, what as a merchant I have to provide a proper content, what user is looking, what user want. So I have to provide all the data to shoppers according to their shopper experience, according to other customer experience. I have to share this. So this is how we can help the shoppers, we can help the merchants to increase their revenue, increase their shopper engagement. So this tool is very good, and I think everybody should recommend to their merchants to use this product recommendations. So that's all from my side, guys. Thank you so much for listening me out. You can connect me on social media here, and any questions, anything, I'm open.
Thanks, Manish, for your insightful session on product recommendations. I think we have few questions. One is from Rajesh. He is asking, is work progress and in headless approach or not?
Yes, of course, it will work in headless approach. How it will work? Product recommendation providing a SDK, also JavaScript SDK, so you can utilize that JavaScript SDK if you do not want to touch Magento code base as well. So you just install that. You just download it from a product recommendation official document. You can download it and you can use headless.
And then we have from Manish, can we add our own event or customized recommendation?
Can we add our own event? Means you're asking like, no, I don't think so. For now, they are providing that feature or to override and sending the data to database and say they are built according to their some logics and fallbacks. So I don't think so, but I'm not exactly sure on that. I will let you know on this, Manish.
Okay, we have one more from Nagraj. I think all events managed at Adobe site because these data calculated based on their preferences. I don't think you can add. Okay, he has
Yeah,
answered the
same
question of
answer.
Rajesh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have one question from Deepak. He has asked so many questions. Will recommendation will be available for community edition?
No, it's not available for community edition. It's only for commerce and cloud only.
Okay. Second one is REST API will be available to use in mobile app. Thanks. Okay. Yeah, REST API will be available to use in mobile app.
I think REST API they not introduced yet, but using SDK you can get the data and but how you will connect with Adobe Sensei? Because I don't think so. REST API is sending because they are using jQueries, jQuery's data services, so you can't use the REST APIs there.
Okay, we have one more. It will use the machine learning on the existing website product only or the Magento site as well.
The machine learning is Adobe Sensei site,
Adobe
not
Sensei site.
yeah, it's not on Magento website. So your once you will install this product recommendation, this data will send using product recommendation and data services jQuery, send data to Adobe Sensei, and machine learning is using in Adobe Sensei, not in Magento installation.
I think the answer of the fourth question will be the same one, if it is going to be saved in the Magento server or not. So it is
No,
going to be on the Adobe Sensei side, so there is no connection with the Magento server. We are going to
correct.
connect with the APIs and all those things, and
Yes.
we are going to get the data from there.
Yes, we directly fetching a data from Adobe Sensei, and we are just showing into according to our theme and the look and feel. We are showing the data.
Thanks, Manish. Thanks for answering all the questions, and thanks for your presentation also. And
Thanks, Mudit. Thanks,
thanks
everyone.
to all of you for being here. It's an honor for us to have you all in this situation. Like in the virtual meetups, we are having the great sessions by the great Magento experts also. So it's an honor to have you all here. Thank you all. If it is fine for you all, if you will be able to turn on your cameras, so we will be able to take one screenshot at least, and we will be able to share it in the social media. So that will be good. So whoever is ready, I know today is Saturday, so most of the people are not might be ready. But if it is good, then we will be able to take the screenshot. So please turn on your video camera, and so that we will be able to have the one screenshot at least. Nagraj, Shikha,
Hey, Nagraj.
Vikas, Gaurav, Milind. Milind is here. He's also the Magento Meetup Lucknow organizer. Milind,
Hi, sir.
yeah,
Hi,
just
Manish.
just turn on the camera, so we will be able to take one screenshot.
Hey, Ravi.
Uh, that will be a little bit difficult.
Okay, so if it is not fine, no, then there is no issues. There is no
Yeah.
issues.
I have added my photograph. So,
Okay, Gulshan, can you take the one screenshot? Gulshan, 1 second. think Manish, can you please take from your side? I will take it from you.
I already taken and taking again. 1 minute.
Okay. Okay.
Yep, done.
Thanks. Thanks, Manish.
Anyways.
Thank
So
you. Thank you, everyone, once
before,
again.
sir,
Yeah.
before we close, I have added the link for our next meetup. It's not a session. It's like how to contribute to open source, because next month is October. Okay. So we are planning that more and people should engage in the contribution and like know how we can actually move forward with it. So we have not yet decided the day, but it should be around second or third Saturday. Okay. And I have shared the link in the chat, so you all can join that. It's an online open for all event. So
Milind,
thank you.
just want to share one more thing. Like Mudit, we also organizing a contribution in India India Contribution Day on 10th of October.
Okay,
So
so I will change the date to third Saturday.
Yeah,
Okay.
Milind, as I had discussed with you also, like we should change it to 3rd of October because
Mhm.
we are going to have contribution day on 10th. So it will be better if we are going to have the uh, session before the contribution day. That is going to really help the that is really going to help on the contribution day also, and it will help coders in the Hacktoberfest also if it is going to be organized.
correct.
Okay, I will update the date. So maybe 17th or 3rd, maybe a week before or week after. Okay.
Yeah.
That will be perfect. Thanks, Milind.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for your time. Bye.